Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 17, and today we are returning with a feisty doubleheader with our Lions as we take on West Ham away at Upton Park for the first time in the series. No, it's not Upton Park anymore, is it? It's the London Stadium, and then we've got Leeds at home as well in what should be two fantastic battles. Before we play these games, though, show how Mill have been getting on off camera. So, of course, in the last episode, you saw our season opener, our 3-1 defeat at home to West Brom. We always lose on the first game of the season, and that tradition continued in Season 3. After that, I played 12 games off camera to get us through to October, and the run has been mixed, as it always is with the Lions in this save. We started with a 2-1 victory away at Exeter in the Carabao Cup first round, where we were on the verge of a cup set until Ashkan the Jagger in stoppage time bailed us out and forced extra time. And Sean Williams won it for us with 7 minutes to go in the extra time period to give us a relieving victory there to send us through. Then back-to-back draws, first away from home at the Kassam against newly promoted Oxford United. It was a game where they pegged us back on two separate occasions. I thought Elliott won us the game late on with 7 minutes to go. With 2 minutes to go, Mehmedi gave them the point, and a really crucial one for them so early on in the season. Then a 1-1 draw at home to Middlesbrough followed. Patrick Bamford gave the away side the lead 14 minutes in before the break. Ryan Tunnicliffe gave us the equalising goal and a point at the Den. And following that, our best win of the season so far, a 4-1 victory at the Pirelli against Burton Albion, where Cooper gave us the lead, Akins then equalised for the host, but then we scored 3 goals in the space of 14 minutes. First, Williams for a penalty 43 minutes in, then right after the restart, Aidan O'Brien gave us a 2-goal cushion and a 3-1 lead, and then Gregors scored our 4th goal in the 57th minute as he managed to come through with a big 4-1 victory there. But what followed was 2 defeats in a row, which were very frustrating indeed. First, Brentford away in the Carabao Cup second round. Wasn't really too fussed about it. We're much more focused on the league as always. But I got torn apart by Roman Zazolia for Brentford, bagging a hat-trick in this game as the Bees came through with a 3-2 win and Elliott's brace counted for nothing. And then a 1-0 defeat away at the Stadium of Light against Sunderland, where Callum McManaman scored inside the first minute to give the Black Cats the victory. And then a 0-0 draw against QPR followed as well. And then I was thinking, oh god, okay, this is going to be a really poor run of form. We always have one per season, but we picked it up since then. We started with 2-1 victory against Sheffield United at home. Lee Gregory bagging a brace in this game as we got the 3 points. So a really crucial victory after no wins in our last 3. And whilst we did lose the next game away against Brentford again, this time in the league, where Zazolia scored again. This guy's unbelievable. And Ryan Wood scored a screamer for the Bees as they got the 3 points. We picked up 7 points from 9 in the final 3 games off camera as we beat Fulham first by 2-1, Aidan O'Brien scoring twice as we got the victory. And Fulham, by the way, are having a really poor season right now. I think they're still bottom of the table and still searching for their first win in the game. And it would beat Reading away at Medeski Stadium by the same scoreline. This time, Gregors and Hutchinson were our goal scorers in back-to-back victories. And our final game off camera was a 0-0 draw at home to Birmingham, who were just above us in the table. And that was only our second clean sheet of the Championship season so far. But I'll certainly take it based on our defensive woes. So, yeah, only 1 loss in our last 6 games. It's been a relatively decent little mini run here, but with 2 massive games today, away from home against West Ham, who right now lead the league, and then Leeds in fine form as well at home in 4th place. I can see us losing back-to-back today, and I will not be surprised if that's what happens. But this side of the table is currently looking, as you can see, West Ham are the early pace setters and the only undefeated side in the division, so don't anticipate us getting the 3 points away in London today, as they currently lead the league on goal difference. And as for the bottom 3, well, Fulham have got their first win, but they're still bottom of the table, just a 4 points. And for us, we're in 11th place with 4 wins, 4 draws and 3 defeats in our first 11 games, scoring 15 and conceding 13. Yeah, it's been a mixed start. It's been a mixed start, but it's not too bad, and I'll certainly take it, considering what happened on the opening day. I was thinking it would be in the bottom 3 by the time I return for the next episode. So that's pretty much that for what's been going on the pitch. Very little to show you off it, although one thing I do want to show you is right now, Clinton Webster, who you might have noticed, our young right midfielder, who is looking a real talent, is currently learning from Jed Wallace. I've got the tutoring set up, and this guy is progressing very nicely. Of course, he only turned 16 back in March, And, well, I was right to get excited about this kid. He has definitely got something special, and I'm really, really liking him. Already 7 games in the championship, 1 assist, 1 man of the match, 7.08 rating. I'm throwing this guy in the first team. If you watch my Hull save, watch my Swansea save, you'll know that's what I do with my young players. I'm throwing this guy in the first team, and he's not letting me down. Really, really excited about the future of Clinton Webster at the Den. Okay, first game of today's episode is West Ham away from home then, as we take on the league leaders in our first clash with the Hammers, and I'm not expecting much from this game, and I'm pretty sure we're going to lose. So 4-4-2 for the game. These are our current instructions. We're playing quite well. The 4-4-2 are late, and lineup is as follows. Long is in goal, back for Meredith, Hutchinson, Cooper, and Romeo. In midfield, Wallace is being retrained to play on the left-hand side, and Webster on the right, with Tunnicliffe and Fulton through the middle, and up top together, O'Brien and Gregory, who have both had a good start to the season. On the bench, Woodman, Mulgrew, McLaughlin, Williams, Sowell, Jagger, and Tom Elliott as well. Morrison hasn't really featured for us much this season, just one appearance that came in the cup. He's really declining. That injury's totally ruined him, really, and I'm not sure we'll see much of Steve much this season. But first game's West Ham. Let's see what we do. Come on, you Lions. I think this season I want a genuine playoff push. That's my ambition anyway. It's going to be tough, of course, because we're still actually considered one of the weaker teams in the division based on our squad alone. But after the first 2 seasons, reaching mid-table both seasons, and it seems like now we're sort of secure in this division. This year, what I want to do is have a push for the playoffs. It's going to be tough, I know that, but hopefully we can continue this good run of form and get at least a point here away against West Ham. It's going to be very tough indeed against the front runners in the division, but I'll certainly take that. Let's see how we get on. Well, here's Henry Onyekuru for West Ham through to Mark Noble. And now Danny Drinkwater on the ball back to Onyekuru. Now Ben Woodburn is tackled and Hutchinson back to Long, who'll clear it long. And, you can see West Ham's team is so much better now. But here's Aidan O'Brien on the ball, coming through. Oh, good save by the goalkeeper. And a golden chance burned. We're not going to get many today. And Aidan O'Brien, who started the season off very well, probably should have scored. But a good stop there, still 0-0. But great to get the first shot on target. Now let's get the second. Gregory on the ball, finds Ryan Tunnicliffe. And he's dispossessed by Ben Woodburn. But now a chance here for the Hammers to take the lead on the break. It's Onyekuru down the right-hand side, running at Meredith, beats him for pace, crosses to the middle. Hutchinson clears, only temporarily. Danger not fully away. Noble on the ball to Drinkwater. Out wide towards Oxford. And Reece Oxford crosses, Hutchinson clears, and away it goes. I'm very nervous here. If West Ham scored the first goal early, I think the floodgates could open. So, is that the highlight? Okay, fair enough. But the point still stands. We've got to make sure we don't concede an early goal, because if they get one, they're going to score 2, 3, 4 goals today, I'm sure of it. And another highlight comes here for West Ham. Andrew Robertson plays it long. Oh, Cooper seems to miss the ball. That's a great stop by George Long on the one-on-one. And it deflects behind for a goal kick. He's only kept 2 clean sheets to start the season off Long, but he's made some really fine saves in the games off camera, some very acrobatic stops, and he's not been doing too bad for us. And as O'Brien, tried to send it long for Gregory, should have played it on the floor to his feet there. Noble tracks back and West Ham will get it clear. It's been a decent start to the game here, both teams having one clear-cut chance each, but here come the Hammers again, looking to break the deadlock. Oxford through to Onyekuru, who crosses to the far post. Woodman flicks on, and there is the first goal with Bolaños turning it home, and the Hammers do take the lead as we anticipated. 1-0, 21 minutes in, and not a great start for the Lions. Their team is just far superior to ours. You just got to call it as it is. And as Onyekuru receives the ball and flicks one in, it's a nice little backwards header by Woodburn. And at the far post, an easy finish for Bolaños into the bottom corner as West Ham do take the lead. And whilst I do want a playoff push, I said this in the last episode, you got to be mindful of the fact that our team is just not that good compared to the others in the division. The championship gets stronger year after year after year. And whilst our team is making slight improvements, that's the best we can do with the finances we've got. It's going to be tough to try and break into the top 6 this season. There's a long way to go. We've not played badly to start the season off, but this result and a loss to Leeds could really hurt us and really hamper our form. So another highlight here for West Ham. Noble to the goal scorer Bolaños. Good tackle by Fulton though, who started the season off well for us. And he'll play it back towards Long. He'll kick it through towards Gregory, but Noble wins it first. But there is Tunnicliffe with the interception. We've not played badly in this first half. We had one good chance, but sadly couldn't take it. And as O'Brien is tackled, West Ham get it back. And we'll pass it back to Ogbonna as they come forward once again. Danny Drinkwater to Woodburn, just inside our half. Gets away from his man and finds Oxford. A lovely ball out wide. Oxford crosses to the middle, hits the post, and Onyekuru couldn't turn in the rebound. Thank goodness. So first highlight of the second half. Could come to the Lions as Tunnicliffe does well to win it back there and find James Meredith, who sends it long to O'Brien. And Aiden's going to chase after this. Gregor's get in the box, mate. You're taking far too long to get in support. And as Mark Noble dispossesses him, West Ham will get the danger away. We've not played terribly in this game, and I'm surprised it's only 1-0, but as West Ham do come forward, they could well make it 2. Oxford crosses to the middle, Cooper heads clear, but straight to Drinkwater, off the post, and Hutchinson scrambles off the line. Second time the hammers hit the woodwork. And thankfully, we are still only trailing by 1, but they're really pressing now for a second goal. And you feel like it could come any moment now. Webster makes the tackle, but Woodburn wins it back. Here's Onyekuru, bearing down on goal, and Long with a brilliant double save. And that's what I was talking about. He's not keeping the clean sheets, but he's providing some miraculous saves for us. And it's still 1-0, and Long is keeping us in the game. So some more bad news. O'Brien is forced off through injury, so he's going to come off for Elliott. And Webster will come off for Ashkan Jagger, as he'll push Jed Wallace back to his normal right midfield role. 22 minutes to go. There's still time for us to get back in this game. But if there is to be a second, you'd probably say West Ham are more likely to get it. And as a highlight is here for the Hammers, they might get it now. Onyekuru on the ball. Crosses. There is Bolaños, and there it is right on cue. Second goal of the game for Bolaños. 2-0 to West Ham, and that is going to do it. Our first meeting was probably going to be a loss, and it definitely will be now. Corner to the middle. Cooper headed clear, but failed to be dealt with permanently. Onyekuru gets around his man, lifts one to the far post, and Bolaños totally unmarked. Free header, puts it home. West Ham 2, Millwall 0. Well, I anticipated back-to-back defeats in today's big doubleheader, and we started off with a loss. So, yeah, chances of us losing to Leeds at home is probably a little bit more increased now on the back of this poor display. We started off okay, but then we sort of just fell apart a little bit after Bolaños' first goal, and from that we didn't really do anything at all. So I'll say to the boys, I'm not happy with the performance. Everyone apart from Ashkan is fired up, which is good, and yeah, hopefully we'll take that as motivation heading into the Leeds game. But this could be the episode today where our season takes a bit of a, yeah, with O'Brien's injury, a bit of a battering, as O'Brien's out for 2 to 3 weeks as well. So we're about to head into the second and final game of today's episode then, as we play host to Leeds United. Just one thing I forgot to show at the start of the episode as well is on deadline day we made a sale from the club, and Sid Nelson, a Millwall boy, Millwall through and through, who came through the academy, sadly hadn't really progressed much for us. He'd had a couple of loan spells, but wasn't really developing very well. He wanted to leave the club. I promised him that he could leave for big came in. Portsmouth put in a bid of 135 grand, so we let Nelson go. I'll never forget when Holloway made him captain. It was such a weird thing, and a bit of a deflecting sort of hate thing to do from Holloway there to try and get the fans back on his side. Didn't really work, and yeah, Nelson has left the club after a few years. I like Sid. I think he could still play a part in our team in real life, but in the game just hasn't progressed enough, so thought I'd let him go. I promised that I would, and I stuck true to my word. So second and final game of today's episode is indeed against Leeds then, as we are the late kickoff on television. We'll stick with a 4-4-2 for the game, but we will make some changes to our lineup on the back of that defeat. I'll put Woodman in goal for this one, head along. And we'll also give McLaughlin a starter right back for Romeo, back from international duty. Williams can come in for Fulton. We'll start Saville ahead of Ryan Tunnicliffe. And I'll tell you what we'll do as well. We'll put Wallace back on the right-hand side. And is Ferguson back from injury yet? Oh, yes, he is. And we'll start Ferguson as well. And we'll have Clinton on the bench for the Jagger. And I think we'll leave our strike duo as they are, although O'Brien is really tired. So, okay, he must have played in the under-23s game. I didn't realise. We'll start Elliott ahead of O'Brien then, alongside Gregory. And we'll put Morrison on the bench. We'll put Morrison on the bench for the first time this season. So, yeah, let's go with that team. And let's see if we can get the win, although I'm not expecting much. So this is our lineup then. Woodman in goal. Back for Meredith, Hutchinson, Cooper and McLaughlin. We're midfield 4 of Ferguson on the left, Wallace on the right, and in the middle, Saville and Williams. And up top together, Elliott and Gregory. And on the bench, Long, Mulgrew, Romeo, Fulton, Rakip, Webster and Morrison as well. So it's Leeds United. We're at home. We've got a really tough run of fixtures to come. So we could do with a win here. Come on, you Lions. Very worried we're going to lose this game because there are some tough fixtures to come in our upcoming run. So we could really do with a return to winning ways here. Going to be tough though. Leeds in good form right now, sitting in the playoffs. So yeah, I'd take a point. But a win would really help us. So come on, Millwall. Let's get the first chance and let's get the first goal. Highlight for the Lions. Ferguson takes the corner into the middle. Gregory flicks on. Hutchinson is there, and Sean Hutchinson has already bagged 3 or 4 goals this season, I swear. Hutchinson with the finish, puts it in from Gregory's little knockdown from Shane Ferguson's corner. Back in the team, Ferguson, and already helping us get back on the score sheet. Hutchinson with the finish, and it's 1-0 Millwall. Perfect start. Well, there is a highlight directly from kickoff, and whenever this happens, this happened a lot in my whole save. Whenever this happens, it's normally a goal for our opponents, but instead, we've won it back, and maybe a chance for us to break here. Gregory into Tom Elliott, back to Williams, now Wallace down the right-hand side, and Jed in his more familiar position, crosses to the middle, Anita heads clear, it'll drop to Ferguson. Ferguson on the ball, takes it around his man, crosses, cleared, but Ferguson gets it back again, and again crosses, Elliott's at the far post, flicks on, and that could have, and possibly should have been 2-0. Good start, but Leeds have the next opportunity here with Forshaw finding Phillips. And Phillips shoots, Woodman parries, and that should have been caught or pushed to the side because Lago Jr. turns in the rebound. And I got to say, I'm not convinced by either of my goalkeepers this season what I would do for Jordan Archer back between the sticks. Saiz to Adam Forshaw, who played it through to Phillips, and his shot from distance was not really dealt with very well by Woodman there. I've said this before, you got to push it out to the sides, behind, or just as far away from the goal as you can get. If you parry it back into open play, you're always running the risk of an opposition player getting on the end of it. So Leeds back on level terms, 1-1, and that should not have happened. Come on, Freddie. Good first half this though, lots of chances. And whilst Leeds have had more shots and more on target, we've had more clear opportunities. And maybe another one here as well. Tom Elliott on the ball. Crosses. Gregory off the crossbar. And Dean gets it away. This has been a really decent first half for an Alliance here. We've played some good football. We're getting some good chances. Elliott tackled and Anita clears, but still tied at 1-1. I do see someone winning this game. Who's it going to be? So second half gets underway. Still tied at 1-1. Game nicely balanced at the moment. Both teams have played well. And again, I do see someone winning this game. So who's going to get the third goal of the match? Hopefully us, as Jed Wallace is on the ball here and finds George Saville. And Saville gives it back to Wallace, who finds space to shoot and hits the post. And for the second time today, we've hit the woodwork. And we're still tied at 1-1. We've played well in this game. Well enough to be leading, but sadly can't take that chance to get back in front. And now as Leeds have a chance here, I can see them taking the lead themselves for the first time in the game. It's Saiz on the ball finding Forshaw. Wallace with the tackle though, and now a chance on the break. Come on, you Lions. Elliott through to Gregory, down the right-hand side. Blue shirts bombing into the area as Gregory crosses across the ground. And there is Tom Elliott with the finish to restore our lead. We've played well. That's our third clear-cut opportunity, and this time we have taken it. A really quick break there. Elliott to Gregory down the right hand side, and Tom gets his skates on, sprints into the area, and Lee picks him out with a nice little FIFA-esque cutback, and Elliott puts it past Wiedewald and into the back of the net. Millwall 2, Leeds 1, lead restored. Now let's not throw it away again. What did I just say? Don't throw it away again. Saiz on the ball finds Anita. Sav will tackle it straight to Vieira off the woodwork. And Cooper will get it clear. My goodness. I mean, these posts and bars are getting struck so often today. But we're still leading by 1. 25 minutes to go. Got to hang on to these 3 points here. Chance for Leeds in stoppage time. Don't throw this away, lads. Come on, Webster heads away to corner. But straight to Vieira. Now Kemar Roof in space. Shoots. Oh, puts it just over the bar. And behind for a goal kick. Come on, lads. Come on, hold on. We're deep into stoppage time now. We're almost there. This will be a really important 3 points. Ashley Young's corner, headed clear by Cooper. Roof back into Harley Dean. Tackle by Cooper again. Forshaw picks it up for Leeds. One final chance here for the visitors, surely. Poor pass backwards, though, and that will do it. Final score, Millwall 2, Leeds 1. It was such a balanced game. It could have gone either way, but thankfully we come through and get the 3 points. And my word, we really needed that. Oh, a couple of players confused and demotivated by my sort of sneak diss there, saying that was a good performance, which makes me ask why we can't play that way on a consistent basis. But that's the truth. Why can't we be more consistent in this series? That's the biggest problem we have. You know, sometimes we play really well and get some really big wins, but then sometimes we're just atrocious. But that was a big win. Delighted with that. And Ferguson inspires his Millwall win on his return to first team duties from injury. So delighted with that. A big 3 points there, and that moves us back up to 11th place in the championship through 13 games, sorry. 5 wins, 4 draws, 4 defeats, 17 goals, 16 conceded, and 19 points picked up. We're 3 points off the playoffs and already 9 points off the bottom 3. So it's been a good start for Millwall. This has been our best start to the series so far. So let's keep it going. But that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. So big thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please do drop a like. We shall return in the next episode with games against. Let's get a gap going. Let's get a little bit of pace gathered in this series, in this season. season. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll come back for the final game of the calendar year and then the first game of the new year as we'll play host to newly promoted Oxford and also away at the Riverside against Middlesbrough as well. So a double-header there to bring in the new year. I'll play all these games off camera where hopefully we have continued what's been a relatively little decent mini run of form. So thanks for watching, guys. Have an awesome evening. Much love to you all. And I'll see you for the next episode of my Football Manager series very soon. Bye.